Every time I go down that rabbit hole looking for something actually worth watching, it's one of two things. Either it's some guy spending half an hour on consensus algorithms that lose most people in the first 60 seconds, or it's just a paid review pretending to be independent opinion, and neither one actually helps anyone. And then there's the market, which right now is just not fun to look at. Most assets are slowly giving back gains, confidence is low, but once in a while something cuts through all of that noise, and for me lately that's been Hyperliquid, and the staking side of it in particular. Been stress testing platforms in this space for years now, and got a pretty sharp eye at this point for what's actually built to last. So today, let me just open this up and show how it all works. Okay, look, I'm always gonna go through the product hands-on before forming any opinion on it because platform can look great in a presentation and then completely fall apart the second you actually try to use it. So let's start from the top. Logging in, clicking connect right here. Okay, we're in. So the first thing up at the top is the account summary. That's the total amount of hype through staking, all in one combined figure. Right below that, live APY and daily yield, both visible without having to navigate anywhere. And then further down, there's a full breakdown of my portfolio performance going way back. I'll come back to that later, want to get through the core stuff first. Alright, so switch to rewards, and this is a straightforward log. Day by day, shows exactly what came in over past weeks, nothing confusing about it. Okay, so to actually open a staking position, let's jump into this panel. Then we add amount of Hyperliquid we want to put in and tap stake. Transaction goes through fast, we're talking seconds, and there, position is updated. And from here, it's basically just set and forget. Rewards build up automatically, nothing to manually trigger or check on. Now, you see this account has been active long enough that there's already a meaningful amount of rewards in. So let me walk through getting those out, because that's usually the part users are most curious about. So switching to unstake in this panel, enter the amount and press unstake. That's through, just giving the network a few seconds to finalize and tokens will show up on my connected wallet. Okay, well that wraps up. Let me get into what's running this thing under the hood, and I think this part matters more than most realize. So Hyperliquid isn't some protocol sitting on top of any existing chain. It's a fully self-contained layer 1 blockchain built completely independently, with the entire focus from day one being trading and on-chain financial infrastructure. And the reason that's a meaningful distinction is most DeFi protocols inherit whatever problems come with the chain they're built on. High traffic, everyone on that chain slows down together. Fee spike, every protocol on it gets hit. Hyperliquid avoids all of that by controlling its own infrastructure. It runs on a system called HyperBFT, so rewards don't pile up in some processing queue, they just settle. Now, staking HYP means delegating tokens to validators. Validators are the machines that literally keep the network alive, processing every single transaction that happens on chain. And in return, stakers receive a percentage of the fees the platform collects from trading. And Hyperliquid runs consistently high volume, so that percentage translates into something real. So I've had this running personally for quite a while at this point, and the thing that keeps standing out, and I mean this genuinely, not as a pitch, is just how frictionless the whole thing is. From staking to tracking rewards to actually pulling tokens out, every step is clean. Nothing lags, nothing breaks, nothing ends up in some weird stuck state. And I realize that sounds like a low bar, but after going through a long list of platforms over the years, I can tell you that consistent, reliable performance is harder to find than the marketing would suggest. A lot of projects are impressive until you're actually using them every day. This one's held up through all of it. Not overselling it, but as a technical product that does exactly what it says it does, it's genuinely one of the more solid things I've run in this space.